my fancy new background. I've got a cool other version of this. I can go do that. Haha. Very neat. I've got a couple new transitions also as a result of the shaders that I got. Credits to Sixy for showing me this stuff. It's super cool. I've got this option also. Bam. Cool, right? Like, I think this looks alright. You can see there's a drop shadow on my incognito tab here. And then if I briefly hide the incognito tab, there's a little devil back there just waiting to be unleashed. But let's cover him up though. That's too dangerous. We can't play with this. Anyway, so that's part of what I've been up to while I've been ill, just trying to polish things, learn some more about OBS. I'm gonna hook some of this up to Redeem sooner or later. I've also remade a Redeem. Behold the new and improved, quote-unquote, improved yeet. That it's better in that it doesn't crash my computer. There's more to do with it, but, bam. So, that mostly works, sure. Right now, it's a Tonberry. I figured that was suitable for a one-shot kill. My goal is to have a couple of variants with it. I don't know why the sound isn't working. Yeah, it actually yeets. Like, I got good travel there. Look, let's hit it one more time. Hang on, I can count down, too, with my new hand tracking. Hey, Fev, thanks for reporting in. Good to see you. Happy Sunday, I think. Yeah, this is gonna be a laid-back one. I've got like a low fever. I'm not like that energetic right now, but Katamari brings the energy for us, so. It reminds me of the cat meme when it zooms into a Ring camera and lady says, "Get the fuck out of my porch." Yeah, and it just explodes like it's launched. Very much like, you know, the cat sees it and there I go. Hey Manny, how's it going?
Here comes a new
Happy weekend. Oh, this is a fighting game track. Oh, that's sick. There's 2 Tonberries. That's so good. Yeah, more yeets to come. I'm gonna update it. I've got a couple ideas. The goal is to make a flow node that has a random number generate. I don't want to get too into the blueprinting because I can't explain it well on account of my like general delirium, but it's cool. I want a blue shell. I'm coming up with like other concepts for it. Whatever one-shots you can think of, we'll have a couple of those. Hey! How's it going? Vibing with your D&D group? Very cool. I have my tabletop thing tomorrow. I am not going to LARP this week because of COVID, and vampires are vulnerable to COVID, it turns out. I don't make the rules. I think that World of Darkness should have like updated it so they wouldn't get COVID, but you know, what can you do? Anyhow, LARP it as the Black Plague. And they'd all be really grateful if I like brought the plague in. That's what we need for like increased realism. No, I've been ping-ponging between my bed out here in my little studio zone. I got like a futon set up over there, and my bed. So that's been good. I've been sleeping as much as I can. I'm supposed to teach next week also, so hopefully that goes well. Anyhow. Katamari Damacy. This game has like healing properties, I hope. It feels right that it would, you know, be effective in that way. The main thing is that it's not very hard. I was not down to do like a bunch of really difficult things today. These more beanbags and lava lamps. I actually do have a lava lamp. It is my pride and joy. I got it for Christmas. I'm gonna turn it on right now. I forgot. I also have Christmas lights. So I have like this cool little thing. It's like a power strip for my desk, and plugged into that is like all my computer stuff, my ring light, my lava lamp, and my Christmas lights. It's a cozy little setup. It's got good energy, good healing energy. Yes, it is I, the gamer gal, in the flesh, in the whatever this is, in the digital flesh, in the quasi-fictional presence. I am here between you and the game. I am on the fourth wall. I'm present mostly. How you doing, Karu? Hope you're well. Happy weekend. Hope you don't have COVID. Hope no one here has COVID. Don't get COVID. That's my life advice for the stream. It kind of blows. I thought I was asymptomatic at first. It turned out that I was quasi-symptomatic. Could be worse, could be better. I do need a beanbag up here. I have like a nice little seating area and no TV yet. I'm still kind of getting moved in, but work in progress. Have never gotten COVID. I think that was a really good idea for you to never get COVID. I would recommend you keep up with that. I think it's clever of you. Like, I envy that. I wish I'd been that clever. Instead, I was around the filthy children who are just spewing toxins into the air. I know the older sister of one of the students at the school I teach at, and she was telling me that, like... Thank you. I appreciate it. Missed y'all, by the way. I've been sad that I couldn't stream this week. I was just, like, dying the other day. I didn't want to go live and be, like, literally sniffling and coughing into the mic the entire time.
Everything will be okay.
Don't worry,
Thank
buddy.
you, guys. I do appreciate it. Good to see everybody. Glad to do the thing. It's been a tough week. Like, genuinely, it's lame to be, like, in a fugue state for, like, I don't even know what day I caught it anymore. Hey. Anyhow, enough bitching about illness. We need the medicine. You know, Fade Out, Offbeat Ninja, shout outs again. He put out a couple new tracks for Dilla Day, for New Jabez Day. So I recommend checking those out. He's still on hiatus, but really fucking cool dude. Let's start rolling. Time to roll one up, if only. New reward? Yeah, I remade Yeet so that it wouldn't crash my computer. I'm gonna remake Pelt so that it throws more things. I've found the technology. Oh. Yeah, that summons a Tonberry. I don't know why the hell this sound isn't working, but I'm glad that I still get one shot. Some revision to be done. Yeah, instant death. That's how I feel. I'm getting yeeted into the sun. One of the neat little tune-ups is that I've got this drop shadow on this frame. We've got some trippy background stuff here. This will give me room to like put in other elements later. I haven't like set everything up. I can only do so much. It's hard to focus on stuff during the COVID time, but I'm liking the vibe that I'm generating for the stream. It's cool stuff. More to come. I figured that, like, given the scale of this game, pun intended, it wouldn't be too important to have it like literally full screen, so I can have this nice background that kind of suits the color scheme. Yeah, like we got royal rainbows in the game. We got royal rainbows in the background here. It's all good. I'm gonna agree to this without reading it. They got me. Alright, how are we on volume? I'm gonna make this louder because the music's fucking tight. This is another game that just has like really good music, so there's that also. It's also got a thrilling story. There's a lot going on here. I'm gonna try and process all of the like deep lore of Katamari. Where's the hat? Bam, there's the hat. The healing hat. The hat is redeemed. Surely this is like gonna be good for me, right? Like you gotta stay warm when you're sick.
The great cosmos.
Stinky hat, never.
A world of mystery, both tantalizing and terrifying.
The Cosmos are both tantalizing and terrifying.
Publicized world to understand, but a glamorous and
they're getting good publicity these days, I think. This is like the deep Katamari lore, by the way. We're gonna be doing a deep dive into the complex narrative here. Yeah, thanks so much for stopping by, Karu. I hope you have a great night. Appreciate it a whole lot. I'm glad to be doing something tonight. I'm probably not gonna run too long, but you know, it's nice to drop by. Missed everybody, missed doing the thing. Look at this glorious and marvelous figure. This is like, look at me go. That's so good. God, it just goes into the background. Tonberries are dangerous. I like that one. I'm gonna work with that. I have a couple other redeems in progress. I managed to import a very funny prop. I'm looking for some other ones that I can bring in to do stuff with. This is about the heroism of the Prince of Katamari. Man, look at all the things he can roll up. That's great. He rolled up the entire path of evolution, human history. Oh. There I fucking go. That's a good button. I'm really happy with that. I'm not sure why it's not playing the sound. I will play with that after stream. It's meant to play the TF2 critical hit. They sure did roll up a lot of things. That's crazy. The art style of this game is fucking awesome. I've been a fan for a long while. I was trying to draw the prince the other day. I think I posted my in progress in Discord. I need to finish that at some point. I can't even find it right now though.
Katamari Damacy!
Ah, yeah, the creepy square-headed cutscenes. These are things from the first game. This is very meta, by the way. Like, the whole plot of this game is that, like, they were promoting it with the initial Katamari Damacy, right? Yeah, like, it's just very stylish. I was obsessed with, like, the ads that I saw for it in magazines at one point for, like, the sequel, I think, and had wanted to play it. I think I got to rent it as a kid at some point. It's worth playing. Like, it's kind of what it is on the tin, you know? It's laid back, you roll stuff up, it's colorful. It's the kind of thing that even someone sick with a fever could do, which is nice about it. That's one of my favorite features. Look at that, the beautiful planet, that blue marble. So there's your deep Katamari lore. The king of all cosmos is the most marvelous and handsome creature. There he is. That's like the important thing. Ah, sweet memories. Yes, there was that time. The time we smashed all the stars in the sky. Haha. It's like something out of a dream. We so totally forgot. What made us remember? Possibly the sequel. Looky, the only place with stars is around Earth. Looks like Katamari Damacy was being lazy. Right, we gotta repopulate the whole heavens now. It's not good enough to just make the night sky for him. Had everyone fooled. What impresses us all over is the scale of destruction we wrought. We were on a roll! Yes, we were. That's a pun, by the way. He's punny like that. One of his marvelous qualities. You gotta be punny to be the king. Fierce and fabulous we certainly were. We were really something, yes, yes. Oh, speaking of something, here's a tidbit. Not that we get it, but it seems we're quite a hit. This is true. Katamari Damacy. Splash, hit, big deal. Big hit with Earth, the stars so full of stuff. A star now apparently full of our fans. Prince, what do you think they love about us? Our looks, our tights, our mustache, all of the above. Eureka, we've got it. It's our chin. His best feature, his most magnificent feature. Earth is full of dedicated followers of our chin. So the general plot of this game is that we need to indulge the king's modesty here. And we're gonna meet all the fans of Katamari Damacy on Earth and see what they need. Let's go to Earth and grant our fans their wishes. Yes, this is the Chad jawline. This guy is like the true Chad, the OG. He doesn't need to mew, he's got it. The king here is natty. It runs in the family too, his dad's also jacked. So here's Earth. This is pretty much the whole of Earth. There's like one road. Awesome. So this is the tutorial level. Katamari Damacy is a cool game because I think it was made like almost as a tech demo. The way I've heard it, the first one was made because this like group of people, they were just modeling like items, like goofy things, like random shit. And they had all these models, like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of different objects, and tried to figure out what kind of game they could make with those. And it turns out that you make a game where you collect objects, and it just happened to have one of the most banging soundtracks of all time, and generally turned out as one of the more stylish games I think ever. So, behold, Katamari Damacy. Forgot how to roll the Katamari, forgot how to enjoy the Katamari, the meaning of life. Of course you forgot. It's the things you can't forget that make you hurt. We think it may be better not to dredge things up, but the fans think he's cool, so... Cool. No, it's important to remember. No, it's crucial to remember, yes. We'll just try and think back, yes. Yeah, there's vocoders for some of the Katamari Damacy themes. Like, they do a bunch of different, like, instrumentation for these, it's cool. The main theme gets reprised a bunch of different ways, also. Friends that forgot all about Katamari Damacy, or friends playing their very first game of Katamari Damacy. For all friends, old and new, the prince will roll in their place. What is a Katamari? What could a Katamari be? What does it taste like? Does it have a point? No, it's round. Why roll? Why make it bigger? So many options and opinions in schools, I thought. Let's just try it first. We'll hold. So the prince is kind of football-headed. The Katamari is kind of round. Hey there, Seagull. Happy weekend. How you doing? Here it is. This is an average Katamari. It's got the royal rainbow on it, too. Take it with both hands and roll it firmly. Hell yeah. Alright, so just roll it until you've mastered it. He's a hands-off parent. I'm hands-on with the Katamari. I have done this tutorial before, believe it or not, so I'm gonna kind of breeze through here. There's one really cool thing in this level, if I recall. I'm gonna try and get big enough to show it off. There's, like, not really an objective here or a timer because it's the tutorial, but you can roll up a lot of stuff, which is cool. Okay, there is an objective, but they don't give it to us till a minute, until a little bit further in. I'm still mildly feverish, so if there's any, like, delusional rambling, forgive. I'll try and keep it relevant to the generally psychedelic things happening on screen, or behind me, or, you know. Katamari, that big you can climb. Yeah, so if anybody's not familiar with this game, the gameplay loop is you roll your ball over a bunch of items, you get bigger. As you get bigger, you can roll up bigger things, and you can go up taller walls to access new areas. So now I'm up here. There's all the angels, there's Ace there. The only actual goal in this level is to roll up Ace because there's nothing else here. Although there's one other person on the level other than the prince, Ace, and, you know, all the angels. Gonna roll out here. Katamari view. Prince view. So here's the other person on this level. If we could just roll out. Zoom out a little bit more. So the king of all cosmos is a absolute unit. As you can see. Doing good. You have a strong cold, a slightly bloody throat. Oh no, I am also sick at the moment. I have COVID. I am healing from COVID. I do not have a bloody throat, which I am grateful for. I'm sorry that you do. I hope you get well soon. I hope I get well soon. The point of the stream today is to make everyone well. The healing energy, the Katamari, will hopefully ease your burdens. We're gonna do our best. This seems like the kind of thing that'll have like a medicinal effect to me. It's soul healing, you know? I'm glad that you're doing well in spite of the strong cold, though. So yeah, that's the tutorial. Was it like this, Katamari Damacy? It's kind of fun, a kind of sort of fun game. I believe this is a remaster, like the direct sequel to the first game, so a lot of it's just poking fun at the first game, which is goofy and yet also a like cult classic. I don't know the Katamari timeline. I think this came out in like 2005 initially, hence why I'm playing in the retro zone. What were you doing on Earth, Ace? You were at the tutorial stage? We have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, it's a strange-ish Katamari. So, that's kind of the loop. The king sends us to Earth to find fans who need something, and then he doesn't really want to do anything because he's too majestic to be burdened with such things, but then, because he's so modest, when the fans notice his greatness, he's motivated to, you know, send his son to go do the thing for him, so. the whatchamacallit planet's born. There's a couple of collectibles and things. Like, the game is just about collecting things, but other than random items, which you do need to get all of to get 100%, there's princes, or his cousins, rather. So I've unlocked Cousin Ace here. Now, you'll notice that wasn't, like, a huge level. And it says here on the upper left that I'm missing a cousin. You can see Ace is filled in up there. I can point now. Haha, hand tracking. But there's a antenna that's not yet filled in with a creature, so... There was obviously, like, nowhere to hide a prince in the level, right? So to get that, you actually swap over to Ace here and run it back. Living well means constantly rediscovering things. It sure does. So I'm going to just skip through this to show off the weird thing that happens when you take him in. I've played this game before, believe it or not. We love Katamari. I love Katamari. This is a good source of wellness. Alright, Ace will roll in their place, etc., etc. The Katamari is presented. So now that I'm Ace, Ace can't be in the level, right? But the objective of the level is to roll up your cousin. There's nothing else you can do. There's no, like, size limit. There's no, Ace on the ball now. You can see it just, like, sitting there. There's no timer. So the question is, what the hell do you do when you're playing as the goal, right? I do this. This is like too difficult, the input. I'm trying to dash. I blame COVID. I've been taking pretty good care of myself, though, I think. I've been staying hydrated, I've been sleeping a lot. Just wanted to do, like, something for, like, an hour and a half or so. I'm not gonna run too late on account of, you know, illness, but... I do like Katamari, and it seems about the right speed, you know? So, now that I'm Ace, the ball here is unrolled, right? I'm looking for my objective. I know that the creature is somewhere around here. Might need to get slightly bigger to find it. Ah, here we are. So, oh, when you're just a little bigger, you can roll slip up. Behold. Majestic, right? Look at him. Cousinkin, something like that. This is one of the weirder cousins. He's sort of like a bonus creature because, you know, look at him. All the cousins look mostly like the prince, kind of, except not. This is like 2D prince, basically. Beautiful. There he is in his natural habitat. Just hanging out. Need to be taller to actually get him, though. Cool. I'm not gonna, like, collect everything, because I don't know where everything is, for one, but that's a gimme. God, he's huge. He is to scale. There's some level where you can roll him up, I think, but I've never done it. You gotta get a massive Katamari to do that, though. Alright, it's totally the best Katamari Damacy. They remembered everything. Aced it tutorial with Ace. Hell yeah. I can dust this, that's fine. So this is kind of important too. When you dust a planet, you get twinklies in the heavens, you can roll them up later. There's objectives like in space where the amount of space dust you have, the planets you've made matter. That's sort of the end game. Spoilers, you do go to space. Alright, well I've made Soccer Kid's dream come true. I got an achievement. I can be Slip now. Awesome. This takes me back to Paper Mario. You can like turn sideways like that in the 1000-Year Door, I think, which is a very cool game. I actually recently applied to write for the Paper Luigi, the Marvelous Compass fan project, so hopefully that goes well. It's a cool little bit. I think they need gameplay designers more. I offered to like give a shot at that if they need, but I would love to try and write out Mario dialogue and stuff. Paper Mario is one of my favorite franchises. I like all the Mario RPG stuff, so that'd be cool. The work they've already done, and that's really cool, though. I'd recommend checking that out. They've got a Discord and a Twitter with like a lot of examples of sprites and things they made for the game. It's pretty sweet. Good fan project. No idea what the pace of it's gonna be, but anyway, this is the first actual level, I suppose. Hungry, oh, let's roll here. Funny, spacious for slip, but not so much us. What's on TV? I'm on TV! Look, I'm on TV, y'all! I'm on a screen. It's me. This much time. Okay, 3 minutes. Great. So here's this cat. It's fascinated by the Katamari. Celebrating our first roll-up outside the tutorial. And it is indeed the 10th of January. Kinda cool that it takes the game clock for that. So not all the levels start off like this small scale, but this is as tiny as Katamari can get, is you know, bottle cap sized. Look at the proud... If I'm a cousin, what would he be? An aunt, an uncle, like my great uncle? I don't know. He doesn't even know how they're related, so... The king. He's a proud king. Bless his little heart. Oh, that's cool. Is this like a cousin I can roll up, or is this just like a decorative prince creature? Huh. I will revisit that. That gift is definitely something I can roll up if I can get to it. Gifts are the one of two other like non-cousin perma collectibles. There are stickers also that you can pick up. Learn that seagull isn't a species. The species name is gull. You've been lied to. Oh no, I didn't know that either. Are there like gulls that are non-oceanic then? I always thought that like gulls were water birds, like seagulls. Like that's like the whole. Huh. This is a new taxonomy to me. Maybe there's like river gulls then. They're less salty cousins. There's definitely some ocean levels here. You go a lot of places other than just the inside of some Japanese apartment. Seagull's a nickname of a gull. Interesting. Are they all water birds then? Seagulls aren't real. Well, birds aren't real in general, first off. I've acquired a cousin? Yeah, birds are actually a psyop by the government. Like, there's no records of birds existing prior to around 1850. Like, they used to make them with clockwork, like the, they had that machine that plays chess, you know? How do I get up there? Katamari, too difficult. The gameplay is intense like that. There's a budgie, cool. Alright, good enough. I'm sparkling, which I think means I did a good job. When you get like a Katamari that's like glowing and sparking, I think you maxed out the level? Question mark? It's been a little while. You run my stream on 1440p for the maximum experience, hell yeah. Maximal, minimal. It's gotta be late over there too. Glad to have you. I hope you do get some sleep tonight though. It feels late over here also. It's like dark, and I'm normally up pretty late myself, but boy, I've been tired lately. I've been sleeping like 11 hours a day. Thankfully my futon is a cozy little spot. That's mission accomplished. I've gotten macho now. Yeah, though, birds. So these days, most birds are like sophisticated animatronics. Like I think they make them at Disney. Like the Imagineers do something to do with it. Like they tested a few of them in like that tiki room with the singing parrots. Very similar to the ones that are in midair. Most of those aren't wired to talk though. It's a whole network, complicated stuff. 22 centimeters, 4 millimeters. It's average. But it was glowing. I thought it did such a good job. It was like a golden god Katamari. Well, I've acquired Macho, friend of the crayfish. Look at him doing fucking push-ups there. That's not what that is. Is that a squat? Probably. I have no idea what I'm talking about either. Oh dear. 7 Celsius instead of -10. Yeah, we had like 1 snowstorm out here and like things were snowed and we were shut down for like a couple of days, and now it's like 60 out in February. Winter is also a psyop now. Alright, Katamari acquired. So like all of these people's requests tend to revolve around like having a Katamari made or seeing a Katamari or like getting a Katamari, and then nobody can store a Katamari, it turns out. They don't really have anywhere to put it. You're Canadian? Very cool. I've got a lot of family out in Manitoba. Haven't been in too long, but there's some pretty heavy winters up there. I'm sure they'd be happy if things warmed up a little in general. We used to get snowed in a lot when I would visit, like a whole 1.5 foot out there in like Brandon, Manitoba. So here is the grandfather of all Cosmos, the king before the king was the king. God, look at the deep lore. This is what it takes to become such a perfect creature. You gotta study hard, you gotta work out, you gotta study the arts, ballet, combat, science, and of course rolling. You can see what I'm drinking now because of my my tracking. Hell yeah. We're supposed to be under the snow right now, like feet under, and you can literally touch the grass. Well, that's good. I've been told to touch grass a lot, actually, and it's good it's accessible then. Supposedly that's good for you. Hydrate, hell yeah. Yeah, Chivo popped up. Got my 100 items rolled up. So will this capture my stretch? It sure will. Kind of at least. Ah, there. Appreciate my health being cared for. Hair looks like grass, little bit. That's camouflage. In case I ever need to blend in, you know. An extreme storyboard, that's what it is. It's called a movie. How fascinating, a movie. That storyboard movie, what it showed is a glimpse into our youthful days. It's the Royal Hour, it's capitalized, you can tell. A pretty tumultuous tale of daring dude. What a big hero he is. The game is really about the king, right? And his general glory, his majesty. You're a winter person. I would say. I like it cold. Like, I like winter sports and stuff. I'm hoping to ski next weekend a little bit. I haven't gotten to this season yet, but I really do like it. I'm, like, kind of athletic, but I've never been, like, sports athletic, right? Like, I played a little soccer as a kid, played a little softball, was never good at it. Boxing I'm good at, skiing I'm good at. I'm not too good at ball games, I guess. Except Katamari. I'm good at this one, I hope. Alright, so her kid's been playing Katamari instead of cleaning his room. We're gonna clean it for him and then launch all of his shit into space. Seems a little extreme. I know that there were some critiques of some parent recently for like trashing their kid's console because they wouldn't clean things up. I have to do a story about cleaning up the universe. We finished talking, we don't care about kids' rooms. Actually, I love Katamari, and that's all it takes. Love it, huh? You have trouble sweating. Aw, that's no good. Melting in the heat, then, is like... My condolences. It's only gonna get warmer out, I fear. I'd suggest, like, gradually moving further north, but we're gonna run out of north after not too long, I think. Maybe the Yukon's cold this time of year, I don't know. Really, compared to the universe, this isn't cluttered at all. I don't know about that. The universe is pretty empty. Oh, I've ignored the king. Oops. It's finally happened. We're being ignored. So you can hurt his feelings if you take off before he finishes his spiel. Yeah, my condolences if it's just too friggin' hot. I wish we had more snow around here. Like, we got the flurry, like, however long ago, but... Yeah, there you go. Siberia is cold. I hear the Vladivostok is good this time of year. That's in Siberia, right? I'm either coming off as very cultured or very confused. Possibly both. And yes, shout out to VOD watchers. Hello. Thank you for joining me for this, like, fever dream COVID experience. We've got the rambling, we've got the trippy rainbows, we've got the clapping monkey thing. Hell yeah, I'm waving, chat's waving, everyone's waving. Hello, hello. You're in shorts and a t-shirt at -5 Celsius? That is powerful stuff. I like it cold, but like, I don't think I could go that cold. When it's like below freezing, I at least wear pants. Like, I'm good in like shorts till around 50 degrees, 40 degrees, but I take like the freezing point as my sign. So I've unlocked some kind of item in these presents. These contain like cute little hats for the prince and his cousins. You know, they need to play dress up. You gotta be stylish to roll. The king's stylish. They're all Renaissance men, really. I sure do have a lot of things. I can't really fit under the bed with all these things. Oh yeah, I can. Hell yeah. Okay, that's fine. Wait, no, it's not fine. I need to get all the items, so I gotta get under there somehow. It's not a clean room if you just shove shit under your bed. I've definitely done the same thing. That's alright. I kind of have the gist of Celsius. I've picked up some. I definitely need to use a converter when I have to actually do estimations, but I'm pretty sure -5 is like equivalent to around around like 20 degrees Fahrenheit. I couldn't do that is the thing. 0 is like 30, right? Something like that. Temperature is complicated. I'm not good at math in the best of times. 0 Celsius is 32 Fahrenheit. All right, that's the conversion. That's our estimate. I almost said 0 like centigrade. I don't think that's right. Is that right? Sure, you could be more efficient streamlining the rolling and cleaning it up. Probably could. I have definitely tried to get high scores in some of these levels at some points in the past. That is probably not going to happen today. So there's my cousin on the bottom right. You can't see her because I'm in the way. Let me... How do I, like, can I lean back and show her off? No. Can I lean forward and, like, get out of her way? No. Alright, I'm gonna just scoot then. Here. How am I moving? I'm blocking the crucial cousin cam. Conversion is like for every 1 Celsius, it's 1.4 Fahrenheit. That sounds about right. There she is, look. It's L'amour. She's a little French one. You can tell she's French because she's pink and looks like a caterpillar. That's what the cousins in France are like. Shoutouts to francophones, by the way. Little Quebecois. What should we do with this? Yeah, so it turns out that nobody wants these, actually, but they are good for decorating the sky. You made your little D&D group and invade my Discord server. They're perfectly welcome. I'm looking forward to this little Game Center CX watch-along tomorrow. Hopefully some of them can make it to that. That'll be cool. I really like that show. It's sort of like the granddaddy of Let's Plays, that whole thing. I think he was doing it like back in the 90s even. It's been running for a long time. The idea is that this like comedian who's one half of a comedy duo, Yoiko, just plays video games, tries to beat him, and within 24 hours, he's not very good. The games are very hard because they're Super Nintendo things, and it's cool. They also do like spotlights on Japanese arcades and stuff, little candy stores. That's gonna be tomorrow at I think 2 p.m. EST is when folks voted for. That's like 7 GMT, I think. If I get my conversion right. Math is hard. Fever, fugue, 2 plus 5, whatever. Here's the bird. Usual stuff versus simple? What is this? Gorgeous versus usual stuff. I don't know what these do. That's alright. I'm sure they're fine. Here's L'amour. Now I'm this. You see? That's how it works. You just talk to him and now you're a creature. I don't know how to feel about her. She's like a love snowman. Oh yeah, I have like a present now too, don't I? Alright, everybody's in need. They're playing something there. Here we go. Wow, I really am very two-dimensional. Okay, that's fine. I don't have a gift. I thought I did. Alright, he can't swim, but his dream is to be a gold medalist. I can help with that. Katamari can help. Try rolling underwater. Sure. Oh, yeah, okay. So this is like a cool new feature from this game from like 18 years ago. 19 now? Something like that. I do want to roll. Yeah, though, I'm always happy to talk to more people who play tabletop things. Big passion of mine, for sure. That's actually what I'm doing immediately before, before the little watch-along thing, is I'm going to be having a tabletop-related meeting thing, so... If I run like 5 minutes late, that's why. I would have made noon an option again, but I have that like at 1 p.m, so that wasn't gonna work out. The king is a great character because he's like so perfectly lazy and yet so glorious. Just he's like the perfect creature. Just look at him. Like it doesn't get any better. I have no idea what the hell he just said. Hilo Kalagwagman? There's a pufferfish. I appreciate how surreal some of these get, too. Like, this is like a whole underwater picnic that penguins are having. I don't think they can breathe underwater, but hey. Right about the Katamari. Cool. My goal is to be, like, present and, like, intelligent enough to successfully Katamari every Katamari in one Katamari. If you don't Katamari, the king gets upset, and then you don't have a Katamari, so your Katamari becomes Katamari'd, and then you get space dust, right? And no one wants space dust except when you're trying to make space dust, but your Katamari... Yeah. 80 centimeters isn't like too huge, so that should be fine. Space dust, hell yeah. Space dust is important. It kind of bridges the gaps between like bigger celestial bodies. Eventually you have to roll up the night sky, and the dust is one of the easier pickups because it's dust, it's tiny. Get these crayfish. Macho's little friends. That's the Deep War. There's one cousin that likes crayfish. There's one that's French. There's one that's flat. Cousins are mysterious, but simple creatures. Alright, here's the disposed of car. There's like a story in here somewhere. Oh, this is not ideal. Sadly, you can't roll up the hook for real. Get it? Haha, for real, because it's a hook on a fishing rod, and you get reeled in. Haha, haha. Need slightly better routing here. There's like a breakpoint in some stages like this where suddenly you can just roll up fucking everything, but I am not there yet. There's some big fish in the sea. I've got no idea like how many items there are in this, but it's probably a few thousand. They may have added some for the remaster too. Teacher Vera, please explain quandary. Oh god. Is this like a quandary that you have, or do you want me to define what quandary is? A quandary is like a, Oh man, I'm an English major, by the way. I should be an English teacher. I believe that a quandary is just a problem that you are contemplating. It's like something to consider. It's a matter that you're seriously evaluating, right? I don't know how you would like conjugate that, but I think that's the idea, is that it's a situation or problem that you are evaluating seriously, something with like multiple facets, something that you have to like contemplate. I will definitely look that up in a second to make sure that I'm not just spewing nonsense. I said the same thing to one of my students who was asking me like an order of operations question. I was like, wait a minute, let me look this up just to double check after I answered him. I don't know if it inspired confidence, but it made me feel better. Like, one thing I've read, like, in pedagogy is that you need to, like, always come off as super confident to your students. I don't think that's true. I think that it's better to be, like, more laid back and approachable about what you do and don't know, and... Because the goal is to, like, get people to learn, right? And high schoolers don't like getting bullshitted, I don't think. Roll fast, jump, everything that moves. Thank you, you're very welcome. I hope that's a correct definition and that I'm not, like, just making things up. It sounds right to me, though. Like, I've got this vision of, like, an old-timey cartoon character muttering while stroking their chin and saying, what a quandary. That kind of thing. It feels right. Here's some roses for an early Valentine's Day underwater. I think I have enough time here. I don't think I'm gonna roll up all the kickboarding children, but that's okay. Got critical mass for all the fishies at least. Seafood's good for you. This is what makes it a medicinal Katamari, among other things. Sadly, there's no, like, medicine level, but, you know, in spirit. Some air there, holy shit. Teaching's been kind of interesting. I'm excited to go back next week. I'm gonna be doing, like, social studies for the whole week, basically. So long as I can test negative for COVID, at least. I plan on testing negative Monday morning. We'll see if my respiratory system agrees, but... The one downside about teaching high schoolers is that, like, my new fear is that someone, like, in the front row is gonna recognize me from Love Web. Teacher Vera, what's a ligma? Well, a ligma is very similar to a bofa or a sugma. They're in the same family, actually. They're in the D's genus. Recent discoveries. This was like on the cutting edge of science just a few years ago. There was some Twitter discourse about the accuracy of the ligma classification too. This is sophisticated stuff you gotta remember. This is like higher level concepts. We'll move on to like Sugma after we cover Ligma. Bofa's the introductory element. You gotta start there and build your way up, you know? Wow, Katamari! Katamari Damacy. It's about making it bigger. Yes, yes it is. Amazing. It's aquarium-ish because of the fish and the water. By the way, I've been ignoring the elephant in the room this whole time, but I definitely hit 100 followers while I was sick and not actually streaming. So thanks very much for that. I will do something like properly celebratory in the next couple of days, like once I feel a little bit better. I did not want to do like a high octane, yeah, we're stoked 100 followers stream right now though, because headachy and fevery and sob. Yes, thank you so much. I'm really excited about it. Triple digits, it's a big milestone. I'm very grateful though, so thanks a lot. Hopefully gonna have a lot of cool stuff to come. I'm excited for the year. It's gonna be a good one. Oh, okay. More lore. Here's Punch Kid. Here's the prince, also Punch Kid. Gentleman's fisticuffs. Ah, alas. Came in second. But it wasn't good enough. That's so harsh. Poor guy. These little sections are genuinely really cute though, because like it sets up why his character's such an egomaniac, right? He never got any approval. He's got to puff himself up a little bit. By the way, using all those presents from our fans, I tried. Maybe I have one now. I don't! What the hell? Or maybe it's that I'm too flat to use them. Let's start with Ace here. Alright, Ace, you're up. Nope, I just don't got any. So much for presents from our fans. Keep it 2D. Songs you can set the BGM increase as you play the game. Cool. You're so cool and relaxed, lounging around as usual. Love Katamari Damacy, love how mellow it is. That was the idea today, was to, he gets it. So I'm copying it and lounging around. Hell yeah. I'm falling asleep, but before I do, I want to see a real Katamari. I'm sure this will be a good use of space. Yesterday, someone defeated me with a Pokemon named Stun Seed. Can you explain to me like why I feel like I really lost? The reason you feel like you really lost is because getting stunned is the single worst thing in any game. So like the most fun thing about most games is making decisions, right? I really get into this sometimes. Like I'm not gonna ramble about it too long because it won't make any sense because of the fever, but movement's important in games. It's important to like feel like you have control over stuff, like what's happening. It's why Mario 64 is so good. It's why games like Guns the Duel are so good. What's fun about this is how the movement feels, what you can do with it. When you're stunned, you lose all of your agency, right? It sucks. I don't know if the Pokemon named Stun Seed is who did it, but being so stunned by their seed means that you can't do anything, right? You're suddenly unable to have agency over what you're doing. You can't move, you can't act, and it sucks. Like, it's not fun to be paralyzed in Pokemon. It's not fun to sleep in Pokemon. There's a reason that, like, sleep clause is a thing in competitive Pokemon. You can't just sleep their whole team because it's not interactive. It's the worst. That would be why I guess you feel like you really lost, because it's a bad feeling. Like, stun is the worst thing in D&D, for example, and I don't have, like, a great solution to it, but anything where it's, like, you lose your turn, you can't act, just, like, rips out the thing about the game that's fun, which is, like, contributing to the story you're telling, interacting with mechanics and stuff. I have strong opinions about this. This would be why I try to play characters in MOBAs that interfere with other people's movement, like in any kind of PvP game, because I know that it sucks, and, you know, anything that gets you, your opponent to be a little sad is good for you in PvP. Yon, let's roll here. I am on a sea urchin. Vera, never stop rambling. I probably never will, but it'll probably be more coherent. Not today. I like my rambling to have like a vague destination, you know? You can manage to be nice. All right, here we go. I feel like someone beat you using D's. So we're back to like the BOFA D's classification stuff. It's complicated. Like this is like a real sciencey stuff now, but I can appreciate why that would add another layer, you know, to the the frustration there. Do ramble more about D&D if you want. Oh, I love D&D. I haven't played in a good while though. I used to play Pathfinder, and I really liked that. That was my introduction to role-playing games in general, was Pathfinder. But as a little kid, before I had any friends to play with, which was longer than when I was just a little kid, that lasted a while. I didn't get to play like D&D proper until just a couple years ago. I had all of the 3.5 edition books. Good morning, Grizzly Bear. Happy weekend. Happy Katamari. Happy wellness enhancing stream. Thanks so much for the follow. I saw that you followed while I was offline with Corona. I appreciate it a whole lot. I'm at 100+ followers now. You've gotten me to the milestone zone, so thanks very much. Just rolled up some weird cone head, like the SNL bit, which I have only heard of and never really seen. Oh, thanks so much. Yeah, Violet's really cool. Violet is another streamer. She's a very cool person. I will give her a proper shout out at the end of stream. I should. We were playing GTFO a little earlier today, and that was okay. I was like dying by the end, but I recovered after that, came to stream this. Yeah, she's really cool. We haven't gotten to talk much in VC before, so that was nice. Alright, have most of the items here. I haven't played Katamari in too long, and I was playing like a couple weeks ago. I love this game. I was drawing the Prince of All Cosmos recently. He's just like invaded my brain. It's just a Katamari rolling around in there, I think. It's a blast, and it's got a great soundtrack. I was playing Bomb Rush Cyberpunk recently, which is actually what made me think of this, because that game also has a sick soundtrack that you can choose bits and pieces from and customize your track list. So made me think of this, which is one of the OG amazing OST games. Oh, I don't know which is on PS3. There have been like 5 or 6 of these by now. They're all kind of similar, but that's a good thing. Anyhow, I try to be a W person. Give it my best anyway. It might have been Katamari Forever. I think that was the 4th one. That would sort of fit the timeline, because this came out in 2005, I think, and was the 2nd one. The PS3 would have been like, however many years after. Almost a 20. Yeah, though, I stream here. I'm a voice actor for a cartoon called The Love Web. I write for the Warhammer tabletop RPG. That's sort of the list. I'm trying to do a couple other projects and bits and bobs. But that's my resume right now for thing making. Oh, thanks so much. I think it's pretty sick. I really, really like all the stuff I do. I feel very lucky that I get to do all this stuff. I substitute teach outside of that for work. That's also cool. It's a little less thing-making-y, but I get to teach art and writing stuff sometimes, so hopefully inspiring the next generation, which is weird to like go to high school and think, oh, these are kids now, but that's been a recent positive thing. Can I roll up these cats? No. I wrote on the Tribes and Tribulations book that just came out. I am working on the Ulthuan book that's going to come out soonish, but those are those. I also have, so I can recommend a few things. If they're playing like the tabletop right now, there's like fan works that I know of that I can recommend that I think are pretty sick. I will let you know if I wind up writing any blog posts or anything for the C7 blog, but as of yet, I've just been working on like sections for books and stuff. I'm kind of new to the team. I onboarded like last year, so I've been working on a few big projects since. The first book I'm credited on came out recently. I think it's pretty cool though. Like it's currently like top 5 on Drive-Thru RPG, which is really satisfying. It's been there for a couple weeks. It's about like orcs and goblins and such. I got to write a few sections that were really fun. Did a lot of research for that. That's been rewarding though. That's been cool stuff, and my boss recently cleared me to talk about that kind of stuff on stream and whatnot, so that's nice. I was like unsure for a little bit because I was like, gee, I'm gonna need to tell all these guys that I'm like voice act a cartoon pony and I'm an anime creature, like, yeah. So thanks so much. I think it's cool also. It's been a really good time. I like it a lot. It's something I'd always wanted to do, is like write for tabletop stuff, because I grew up reading like D&D books, right, like 3.5 edition, so it's been really rewarding to get to work on like professional things and get out there in the world that people use at their tables. You want to enter the tabletop board game space? Mostly board game? Yeah, so there's a lot of overlap there. Like, I LARP sometimes. I do like a Vampire the Masquerade LARP, and they've got all these board games there. Like, it's an awesome venue. What I would recommend is, like, seriously, just trying to find game nights, like a game shop proper. There's always tons of stuff going on at these places. They have like events scheduled. People are always looking to play, show people new games. The board game space is easier to get into too, because you don't need to like make a huge time commitment. If you got like 30 minutes and like an afternoon free, you could find an event, meet some people at your local like tabletop space. My experiences have been really good. I was like unsure about like getting myself out there, but people are like super respectful, even in like the LARP hobby. It's been cool. Like, I've never had, like, a bad experience, like a friendly local game store. Oh, very cool. Yeah, you mean, like, in design? That's cool stuff, also. Like, I got into the design space for it, but, like, writing fan pieces, in part. Like, I had, like, a resume of stuff, and then my body of work. Like, I'm an English major. I have, like, a bit of a portfolio there. I think that for, like, board games specifically, one way into it is, like, Kickstarter, right? Like, just having a good idea and getting it promoted. Oh, if you're engineering, absolutely that's transferable. Oh, yeah, because, like, a lot of board game design, I think, is just in creating problems and then ways to solve those problems. Like, there's a lot of consideration of what pieces you might need to make something work, like what influence you can have with different modifiers, that kind of thing. I'm often surprised. Like, I've got a good friend who's an engineer, and I'm shocked at, like, his insight sometimes into, like, the weirdest things related to, like, game balance or bits and bobs. See, he has, like, good solutions to stuff, you know? I think that engineering gives you a good skill set for that. Balancing, too, for sure. Like, knowing how to tune things. Like, that's not even just math stuff, right? It's a general sense of what if you push on this, what'll move, and so on. Best of luck getting into this space, though. I've really enjoyed it. Everybody I work with is really cool. Definitely worth it if you can nudge your way in. I'd like to try board game design someday. I think it looks fun. I don't play that many myself, but there's a few that I've played and really enjoyed. I've leaned more into the tabletop end of the tabletop board game space. Oh, absolutely agreed on that. Like, I think that, like, a liberal arts education is really valuable just in teaching you to learn, teaching you to do research. Oh, crossing my arms over my chest gets weird. I'm, like, doing a weird, like, what is this pose? Yeah, though, it's good to learn, I think. Like, that's something that I tell my students, actually, is that they're going to be surprised when they're older about the kind of the value they get out of just like learning to study stuff, learning to adjust to new things, build new skills, because you really can apply things in surprising ways. They can make it having one skill can make it easier to learn something else. This is how I get kids energized about math, by the way, as I tell them they need it to play D&D, and that learning to do math will make it faster to learn other stuff in the future they care about more. Those are my two go-tos. Doing Nouveau Ikebana, some flower arrangement. We like red roses. Valentine's Day coming up, hey. I'm not wrong. I hope I'm not wrong. I'm trying. My one goal is like no bullshit, right? Like that was my objective as like a teacher, is to not just like fuck around and lie to the kids, you know? You want to be treated like an adult when you're in high school. I sure did. Well, best of luck with whichever path you wind up choosing. I definitely have been enjoying teaching a lot. I don't do it full time. I'm not sure I ever will, but it's been really rewarding, and so has like game design stuff. I don't think you can go wrong. Like on the one hand, you can like give people a cool activity to share with their friends, get some creative juices going, inspire neat stuff and discussion and fun. On the other hand, you can have like a good influence on kids, prepare them for the rest of their lives, give them tools they'll use, make their day better when they're going somewhere they might not necessarily want to go, you know, be the cool teacher. I think they're both really valuable fields, so best of luck, seriously. The Land of Dreams! Oh my god, this is the healing one. This is the Katamari that's gonna make me feel better. Look how floral it is! A beautiful herbaceous Katamari. Herbaceous is a $10 word, by the way. Call like medicine herbaceous. Yeah, sleep well! Thanks so much for dropping by. Later, Jacob. Alright. Flowers and things. Very cool. Get these butterflies, too. This is definitely the medicine ball Katamari. Yeah, I've considered getting my master's in English so I can, like, teach at a collegiate level, possibly, but I don't know. I may wind up going to law school. I already do, like, a lot of things. I've rambled about, like, 5 or 6 different things that I do already, but another thing I want to do is law, because I'm interested in, like, copyright and IP law, so I can be the good guy. Like, I like creative stuff, basically, and I think it'd be cool to stick up for creatives, you know, in the creative arena, or the legal arena, rather, for creatives, you know? Do, like, copyright protection, sue folks who try and sell, like, pre-made t-shirts with artists' stuff on them. Yeah, this is a very round one, because the smaller the items you pick up are, the more perfect the Katamari will be, which is very satisfying. You've got a couple big old flowers on there, but mostly it's just a colorful orb of flowers, which is nice. It's fun when they get all lumpy and weird, but this is good too. It's such a dainty Katamari. Very pastel level. Oh look, it's another strange caterpillar. Who are you? It's Lemur, again. I guess she's hanging out here also. I didn't realize the cousins went to multiple stages. I learned something today. I guess it couldn't have been anyone else, right? Like, that's kind of an iconic look, the pink caterpillar with hearts on it. There we go. Get some elves. That'll make things a little less perfectly round. We need some, like, struggling elves on there. Here's our musician. Gonna just grab them. Excellent. Cow also covered in flowers. It's less round now. We've gotten big enough to pick up some slightly less, you know, easily stacked items. So romantic. I think this is Ichigo, the strawberry one. That sounds right. Protagonist of Bleach, by the way. There's a peacock. I've got a good friend who used to have a peacock, actually, as a pet. I would be scared of that. They seem like dangerous animals to me. I know they're, like, proud. They get territorial, too. Cool, though. Bunnies. You get the bunny topiaries, but not the, non-shaped bushes. I guess they don't count as objects. Yeah, though, I'm glad that, like, a lot of what I do for work, I, can find some meaning in. I think it's cool. I wind up, like, scraping a lot of stuff together with odd jobs, though, because do a bunch of like different things that are all kind of part-timey right now. It's been cool, but you know, that's another reason I'm eyeing law school, is it's a little more steady. Knowing me though, I'll turn that into like some kind of like weird gig thing where I'm doing like specific deals for like content creators and stuff. I think that'd be neat to like represent people on a smaller scale. I am an odd job, thank you, I try. The hat, if I throw it, it'll actually take stuff out. God. God? Wait, what? Is this like the lady in the lake? Who is this woman? Why is she coming out of the water? Oh, she's got the gold axe. So that's from the kid's story, the one about like accidentally dropping the hatchet in the lake. Did you drop this silver axe or this gold axe? I'll take both and the woman herself. Need you for the Katamari. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, hilarious. Oh no, my applause note here. I gotta arrange this. Let me. Where it's up here. There, you can see the applause light's been turned on. Thank you. Yeah. YouTubing's been a W, but so rewarding. Yes, I've had a really great time with it. Streaming has been a ton of fun. I really have enjoyed it. It's been a cool ride. I've enjoyed all the stuff I've learned on the way. It was cool learning to make a model. It's cool getting launched into space like that. Playing with Unity more and like learning to use Watado, learning to be a better speaker aside from when I'm sick. Friends that I've made. It's all really cool. I've always been like kind of the class clown type. My nose is gone now, but it's accurate. So I see this as like a branch of my generally loud and rambly tendencies, you know? I'm glad you've been finding it rewarding also though. Like definitely one of the coolest things that I've done in a long while. Oh, congrats! That's awesome. Rambly's perfect stream content. I hope so. That's most of what I got. We're doing like fever-free association here. That's the medicine. I always get like nervous before I meet an online friend for the first time, but I've never had like a bad experience with it. Always been really cool. Just gotta stay yapping. There's something to that. I think that's one of the hardest things for like a lot of new streamers is finding the energy to like talk about something and like, you know, put their personality forward, especially when they're like just getting started. I've always had trouble shutting up though, which helps me in that regard. Definitely a skill that is more useful here than most other places in life, so hey. Alright, so what kind of Katamari is this then? I've got like one god in there. Okay, Willy Planet, sure. I swear I 100%ed this once upon a time, but... Hangdog Boogie, huh? Oh, so this is like his rebellious phase, yeah. Because he's sick of not being appreciated, so... He's got his pompadour, his Bosozoku bike. My 4th tour of duty from Afghanistan. Speaking of, Call of Duty is on sale. I was thinking of picking up Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the new one. I don't think that's set in Afghanistan, but I was considering it. I like arena shooter type things, and you know, it's arena-ish. Wasn't gonna buy it full price, but 20 bucks maybe. I could stream the new and censored No Russian. It's like Japan. That's really good. Alright, what do we got? Need 2 people. Oh, that's versus mode. Okay. Want a dog. Oh, can't you roll up the sun? So this would be what I need all of those stars for. I don't think I can do that yet because it's the sun. It's pretty big. Yeah, often when I'm streaming, I feel like I have like kind of a coherent line about like the stuff that I'm talking about, even when it's just like rambling yaps, but not so much right now. I'm kind of drifting on a sea of consciousness. This rainbow void behind me represents the inside of my head. There's no brain in there. I can't even find. Can I do I have to fail this, maybe? I think this is the only objective I've got right now. There's no way I can roll up the sun, right? Pretty good with pop culture. I try. I'm hip with the kids, as they say. My students were impressed that I knew about the Verbal A's has-been hotel thing. Like, I'm not that much older than you guys. I was like just like, I don't know. I guess everyone who's there to be a teacher is, comes off as the oldest creature imaginable, right? That son almost maybe. But a canine fan that will roll it up anyway, sure. And yeah, I can divulge the Quiff's notes. I know about like weird pop culture though. My eyeballs look cool. Is there any way you can acquire one? Hang on, let me see if I can lend you one. Let me send these your way. Hang on. Okay, you got it now? Did those land? You got the... God, it's like taking your contacts out. Ah. Can I have those back, actually? I kind of need the... I'll get you some spares, maybe. That's my aperture iris, my my cool little thing. Yours now? Damn it. Alright, well, there I fucking go. Wait, there's a spare in here. Wait, I got it. Alright, we're good. There's some deep lore there, so... I'm here on the fourth wall, right? Like, you're watching a thing, Katamari Damacy, fiction, me, kind of fiction, in between, fourth wall, haha, so... The idea with the shape there is that it's in between a cross, which is like sort of the no symbol, right? Like, I can't quite cross my arms, but you get the idea. And like a circle, which is like the yes, confirmed like symbol, right? So it's an ambiguous little thing, which I like. It's you know, fiction. I like writing stuff. I like verisimilitude. Haha, pun, get it? That's your Fever summarized design concept lore, which will at some point become like a more structured lore dealy, but not writing that up right now. You'll have to infer with your environmental storytelling brain. Alright, I'm gonna crash into the sun and burn now. I don't think I have enough stars for this. Thank you for the hydration motivation, by the way. With no hesitation, I will hydrate myself. It's always a good occasion for hydration. Especially when you're fucking sick. Not enough stars in the cosmos. Nope, sure not. Oh, but I've got all these people to talk to now. Look at all these things they need. This ascot creature. Oh, cool! Oh, this fire mechanic's a thing, I think. I've been watering myself. Now I need to avoid watering the Katamari, because this will go out. The idea is to roll this without, like, going too long between rolling items or without crashing into the water, which will, rain on your parade, or drown it entirely. You know, fire, wet, Pokemon, fire, water, etc. I think Pokemon has left like a permanent fingerprint on my brain, by the way. I think of like so many things in terms of Pokemon type relations. I feel like at one point like rock, paper, scissors would be what people go to for that kind of stuff, but I just think like fire, water, grass. Oh, like of course that's gonna make sense, right? That's a flying type and that's a rock type thing. Do I have a file for the eyeball texture? Yes, I do. I think it is receiving a small update / revision in my updated design stuff that's coming out sometime this year. I think we're simplifying it a bit, but I do have the specific file that I used for what you're looking at right here if I blink. I can send that to you if you want. I'll post it in Discord after the stream. Plug in my Discord, by the way. Haha. If you type ! Discord in chat, you get to see the Discord link. I'm going to be streaming Game Center CX there tomorrow because that's something I can do without needing to put much energy in, which is cool. Because I am still recovering. Thank you very much. Behold. I can't say that hanging out in the Discord is good for your verisimilitude stream-wise, but it is good for the toot of verisimila, so I do appreciate everyone hanging out in there. It's been cool to see it turn into like kind of a space where people chat about stuff. It was very tiny for a while, like it was literally like 3-4 people. I think somebody asked me to make it in a stream one day and then did not join afterwards, so I was like, oh, well, I guess I have this now. It's been cool though. I'm hoping to do some more like watch along stuff in there. I think that I'm starting to figure out like what times are good for people and what I can accommodate. And I do have a bunch of like weird Japanese TV that I would like to share with everybody, so I'm excited for that. Like, I was speaking Japanese the other day, and that surprised a few people I heard. And the reason I can speak Japanese is because I watch a lot of Japanese comedies, so... There's like cool stuff I could put in there, like Gaki no Tsukai does these like 24-hour no laughing challenge things that there are a ton of, and those are neat to watch through. I haven't seen them in years. I'm excited to meet your friends from the D&D group. I love talking about tabletop stuff, genuinely. I love like D&D stories. I've got a few to share myself. It's always fun. Like definitely one of my big passions. Takeshi's Castle? Hell yeah. Beat Takeshi himself guest stars in some of the like comedy ensemble things that I'm talking about too. So like Japanese talent culture is really different from like US celebrity because it's a small island, right? Like everybody can work together. So there's like a couple of big production companies with very large casts of like talents and comedians and stuff. So like the big names often will show up alongside like smaller comedians at like big events and stuff. It's cool. You see I've seen people that I recognized from like Keshi's Castle and whatnot as guest stars or like special appearances or references in some of this stuff. I don't know that much about like old school comedian culture there, but I have enough context to like go, oh, when someone shows up on screen, you know? Talk to Snack, then he's do the homebrew talk to me. Oh, very cool. Yeah. I love talking homebrew. Like, again, homebrew is kind of how I got hired to work with Warhammer folks, like just doing that kind of stuff. So it's a legit thing. Like having a portfolio of completed work that's like of professional quality can open doors. Having a passion project or two, you know, makes you credible. Like, oh yeah, she can write stuff. Look at that. That's like a completed project. Not to say that like the only reason to make homebrew is to like have a portfolio for making non-homebrew, but it's all the same stuff, right? Like it's the same kind of creative passion that like leads to things people can use to play with. Like the reason I was making stuff in the first place was so that people could have like better reference at their table for the kind of characters they wanted to play, the kind of stuff they wanted to do, because that's what it's all about, right? Like enabling that kind of creative juice. Tabletop stuff's cool. I have definitely gone in the water. Oh, nope. Hell yeah. Sit on top of the cliff, if not the table. I feel at a place, though, because, like, I think I'm one of the only people on staff that is not a GM. I have tried to GM before, and I am just too flaky for it. Like, it's a whole thing. Creative Juice, yum, hell yeah. That's the energy drink that's sponsoring today's stream. Creative Juices. Only sponsorship you need. Tagline, get the juices flowing. Maybe not that, actually. It might be a little... Something's weird about that. We're gonna workshop that one. This is the start of my career in ad copy. That's another thing I might wind up doing at some point, but have so far avoided. I've heard ad copy gets a little wild too, because like you spend all day working on... Oh, I'm gonna go out. Uh-oh. Oh. No! Damn it! I have failed the Katamari. I was too hydrated. Sadly, the creative juices have watered the Katamari. So here's the game over screen. Is you're horribly punished by the wrath of the King of all Cosmos. If everyone's trust, I've let it down. So there's just this inescapable barrage of kingly wrath that is destroying Slip here. I'm not sure you can dodge all these, by the way. Some of them are very difficult. Look how tiny I am! Oh my god! He's like shrunk me down to nothing. Slip extinguished the flame of their hope. What a tragedy. We've got the Katamari commissioner just staring at this. Getting chewed out in front of the client. Terrible. He's waxing poetic too. There's like a whole game over screen for each level. It's kind of like a Atomic Heart. A friend of mine was playing that the other day, and I saw that every enemy you can be killed by has a game over screen attached, which is neat. Like a neat little animation, sort of Soviet-style cartoons depicting how they like horribly kill your goober. This is a little bit of a different vibe, but I appreciate the tailored failure screen. We're gonna go home now. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Alright. Uno mas. Uno mas. Oh, that's great too. So like, most of the characters, I need to scoot out of the way of the prince here. I'll just move this here. Come on, OBS. Don't fail me now. So we can see that, Slip here has like a little flame above his head. That's not like actively burning, right? It's just a little cell shaded thing because he's flat, he's 2D. But on the other cousins, that will be like a little flame nodule, I think, to represent their fiery spirit and the burning Katamari they're holding. Cool stuff. Similar to the snorkel from the other level. All right. A little more urgency this time with the final cash-in, maybe. I went and looked up all the Atomic Heart stuff that I could. Just because it's got a cool design space. I like all the post-Soviet stuff. I've read a lot of Soviet sci-fi, that kind of thing. Hey. I'm gonna turn Pelt into a barrage, by the way. I had a really cool idea for it. I don't know what I'm gonna do for headshot. I'll have to figure it out, but there's stuff cooking for the Pelt redeem there. I'd even like props and stuff too. If anybody has like suggestions for props and things that might belong in like a redeem somewhere, and there's like a free file, I can import those. I've developed a new skill. So if you send those my way, I can attempt to do certain things, set up new fanciness, so on, so on. Headshots, just another Vera head. Oh my god. Got an anvil in that list? Why I do! I in fact have an anvil and a grand piano that belong in a very fun redeem that I have been having trouble programming because there's a couple moving parts involved. Well, one big heavy moving part, but I'm trying to figure out the effects that it'll result. Yep, alright. I'm glad that you guys want to drop heavy things on my head as much as I do. Those are in fact two of the first things that I downloaded. The only one that I have working right now is the anvil though, so I will try and get that done for Tuesday. There's apparently a way to make it like flatten your head on impact too, so I might see about that. Some variant of who you call in Pinhead or something. I don't know. There's like almost a joke in there. I could find it if, you know, not for the general delirium. I've got a friend whose favorite beer is called something like that, Delirium Tremens, which I think is the shakes you get from alcoholism, so maybe not an auspicious name for a beer, but apparently it's good. I actually had someone ask me to buy them beer when I was teaching the other day. Like I went out at lunch. There's this like, so it's nostalgic for me because I used to go to high school at the high school that I teach at now. So I was like visiting all my spots around the school, like at lunch, you know, getting a pizza and stuff. I don't normally eat lunch. This was like a rare form for me. But my lunch like in high school was either like just pizza or it was just a Slurpee and cookies. I don't have a great diet. I better now slightly, but anyway, I went to get this pizza and some kid like working outside the 7-Eleven asked, hey, can you buy me some beer? And then she squints and says, wait, are you over 21? And I said no, and I wasn't sure how to feel about that afterward. Like, should I be happy? Probably, right? But then also, some kid, like, the age of the students I was just teaching is like, no, not baby Vera, damn it. I'm a grown-ass adult. I'm a professional professor. That's adult, right? Anyway, I definitely claim to be underage very recently. No, what do you mean no? Short and baby? Come on, dude. Like, what? No, I'm not little baby Vera. Wait a fucking minute. I don't know about this. I'm like a cool, badass grown-up. Wait a minute. Fucking baby Vera. Apparently, despite my gray hair, I'm like, I passed for like 19? I don't know, however old that she thought I was. God damn it. Oh, no. Alright, I'm changing gears. It's either baby Vera or midget. Oh, I don't know which I prefer out of that. Alright. I have not rolled with common sense. Human Vera unknown. This is humanish Vera, right? This is like sort of in between. Alright, this Katamari is a waste. Fuck being on fire. This is too difficult. COVID makes it hard. The heat from the fire is like raising my temperature. I'm gonna switch gears. I need medicinal Katamari. Here, you guys look healthy. This is gonna be healthy. Yeah, sweets. Imagine a little chibi Vera on stream. That'd be crazy, right? Wouldn't it be crazy if there's a little chibi Vera on screen? Oh my god. What have I done? Wouldn't it be crazy if Vera understood OBS? Alright, here we go. Chibi Vera is loading. Wait a minute. Are you holding your breath? Are you excited? I'm excited. Is Chibi Vera loading? If Vera used her pre-stream checklist, this would be available at the start of stream instead of loading in the middle of stream. Hello. Hi. Hey. What's up? It's me, the creature. Hello. You were perceived. Is this good? This is what we wanted, right? Like this? you can see the size of the frame now. Oh my god. This is close enough, right? Like here, maybe we can. Here, I can do this. I can zoom out and then I can become large. I've done it. And then if I like get a little overstimulated and need to chill out for a minute, I can like hide away in my cubby. It's safe in here. This is actually how I'm gonna quarantine myself. Like, I've been like spewing coronavirus particles at you guys this whole time. I'm sorry, but now I've got a mask on. This is like sealed. This is basically an N95. It's a box that N95s came in back at the start of the pandemic, so I think it's inherited some of those like anti-sick things. This Vera has a butt. Both Veras have a butt, damn it. You need one of those. That's like one of those important sitting parts. I got a standing desk, but fuck if I'm gonna stand all day. Everyone does need one little box to hide in. The creature here is very jiggly though. Like I have like many jiggles happening. I like quake a little bit. I bounce up and down. Like we're jiggling. We're with it. We're getting some sweets. I hope nobody like passed out from holding their breath, by the way. It's important to like breathe. I was reminded of the importance of breathing the other day when I couldn't breathe very well. Boy, is it nice that I can fucking breathe today. Like, I was so congested like yesterday and the day before. It was unbelievable. I was taking like 3 different medicines to try and heal, just somehow purge my sinuses. That's like the horrible thing about like being sick too, is that you gotta drink tons of water, but when you got a runny nose, right? Here's the gross detail. All that water replenishes the runny nose feature. So the water cycle takes on new meaning, right? I'm glad you can breathe again. Sorry, I wasn't too responsible with that. Don't want anyone to like KO at their PC. Maybe this will get my appetite up. I have not eaten today. That's been one Corona challenge, is that food is not that appetizing. You want to redeem to kick off the box? Hell yeah. That's fun stuff. I don't know if I can make a redeem for PNG Tuber, but I will look into it. My current project is finding redeems that interact with different parts of OBS. I want to link it up so you guys can do stuff like toggle the little bouncing creature. I'm glad I can catch my breath as well, by the way. That's been a big deal. Holy shit, look at this Katamari. It's so sweet. Sweet deal. Yeah, though, I want to be able to like toggle filters and stuff because I have a few really cool ones that work as filters, but I don't think should be on all the time, and it's hard to tab in and out and mess with some of them. So if I can make some of those into redeems, there's going to be some neat features, but I'm still learning how to work OBS, etc., etc. New discoveries in progress. But when I ask May, I would love to know how May did that, like, kick redeem, where she gets, like, booted into the sky. I think she, like, said that she was considering making a visual guide for it that she was gonna post, and I, like, commented on that on Twitter. I guess I get heckler DMs and, like, hey, so about that, that cool thing you got set up. But I've been really inspired by some of the stuff that she's done. She's got, like, multiple variants, too, which is really cool. I'll do a second shout out at the end of stream too for Meika, formerly Kitsune Spirit. Also someone really cool. She's like pushing the boundaries though. Like some of those redeems are genuinely really impressive. I've done like some research on how to make things work, and I'll do more. I'm starting to get the idea. I was very pleased with some of my recent breakthroughs just in Watado, which is the 3D program that I use. Just getting hand tracking working again was very nice. Sure is a lot of fucking candy down here. If I had a camera, I could take a picture of that sticker. One of the collectibles in this is just these stickers you go with your camera, and I think most of them are from like old video games. Whoever the hell published Katamari also made things like Excitebike, I think. Alright, donut, more hexagons, a big chocolate pie, cool. Animal crackers. I think it's gonna be like literally everything, right? It's close to, if not. Alright, well. I think that's everything. Let me toggle back, me and myself. Hi. Is this good? I'm like hiding, kinda. This is like 2.5D, right? Here, you can't even tell, look. Ooh. Maybe if I used like masking, I could get a fancy effect here. More things to experiment with. Double Vera, hell yeah. This thing's on the 5th wall, I guess. There's like another one superimposed. I did find the gingerbread house. Hell yeah, 100%, let's go. See, now I can like throw up the horn. That's the most crucial feature with hand tracking is you know, getting a fist pump and stuff. I appreciate that I can like track shadow boxing now too, like, punch the creature. Got a long nose as a present. Oh, like a Tengu or Pinocchio, cool. I guess my cultural touchstone for that should be Pinocchio, but it's a red nose, damn it, so that's Tengu-esque to me. Put away the creature. I do want to make a run at the fire one again because my favorite cousin is in that level, and I do want him. Our 2D boy here is very charming and all, as are all of the cousins. They're all beautiful creatures in their own special way, but I want Kinoko. Here he is. He's number 1 there, but that's spoilers. Here's the t-shirt. This is I'll start here actually. I'm good with students. This is in my wheelhouse now. Saluton, mio nomo estas the king. Katamari Damacy estas bona ludo. Estas luda pledge bonega. What is that? Is that Spanish? Esperanto. Okay. We are tre ocupata. All right. Hooray! He's done with studying. I know this feeling. School is for studying. Nice, alright. Japanese school food is apparently awesome, by the way. I don't know how it is in Canada, but my school lunches in like elementary school were fucking garbage. And then in middle school, I mentioned my bad diet. Hydrate, thank you. Yes, I should probably do that. It's like more important than ever when you're sick, right? Especially when we talking and stuff. So I will imbibe water before I forget, which will happen if I don't pause and do that. Yeah, though, my school lunches were all wretched, basically, until I started just buying food, like, outside of school in high school. I think I got so sick of the pizza and, like, weird death burgers in middle school that I started just having chocolate milk and 2 bags of Famous Amos chocolate chip cookies every day for lunch. And I would, like, pound these things. I would spend my entire lunch budget just on cookies and milk. I kind of garnered a reputation around this time, right? Noodles are pretty sweet for breakfast. I had like some udon heated up for breakfast the other day and it was fucking awesome. Like, I've never eaten breakfast. I've never been like a breakfast person, but I think the trick is to just not eat breakfast food for breakfast and then you're good. Like, eat a noodle bowl like that creature up there. Can I roll him up? I can get a turtle. He's about turtle size, right? Vaguely turtle-esque. No? Come here, you. Acquired. Got him. I've caught someone. He didn't tell me who. What the hell was I saying? Right, anyway. I definitely ate nothing but cookies and milk for lunch for like 3 years, and that coupled with like how I was like doing World of Warcraft raids at lunch gave me like a certain reputation. I was on my like little tough book, sitting there eating total garbage, like playing WoW. Breakfast foods are just candy desserts that suck. Well, everything I eat sucks health-wise, first off. Like, I work out a lot, but my diet is a fucking disaster. I describe it as like the 5th grade birthday party menu. Oh, have fun, Manny. Enjoy D&D. Thanks for stopping by. Hope it's a blast. And catch you for Game Center stuff tomorrow, possibly. Enjoy. Good on him for leaving, by the way. It would piss me off if one of my players was like watching a stream while they were playing. Definitely worthwhile. You want to give that stuff your full attention. It's like a thing of respect to the DM, I think, to be tuned in. It's like, it's a lot of work to do that kind of stuff, you know? Like, to prep for a session takes, like, genuine hours. Like, big shout-outs to all the DMs and possible future DMs out there. It's a labor of love. It's a really cool thing, but definitely a ton of effort. Alright, what do I need here? Yeah, always make sure to thank your DM for running. Buy them pizza and stuff. Give them big ups. Give them a hug. Whatever they need. Don't give them a hug if you have like coronavirus, but in general, it's like a nice thing to do. Especially if you're like a needy ass player like me. Like everyone who's ever ran for me, they apparently they like having me in their games, but apparently like the questions I ask at like inopportune times lead to bonus work on the DM's part. Oh, you're prepping for your first sesh? That's awesome. Well, if it's their first time, the good news is you can kind of do whatever you want. They'll just think it's how it's supposed to go, right? If you forget a rule, just make it up. Seriously, do that. The rules don't matter that much. Despite being someone who now like writes the rules, I can say confidently that they don't matter that much, ultimately. As long as you're consistent. Yeah, they're like very cool, seriously. I hope it's an awesome time. Is it gonna be like a one-shot style thing or a full campaign? Because the only stuff I've ever run at all has been like one-shot shaped, and then it took a little longer than that, and I don't think we ever finished it out. Like, I'm a responsible player, don't get me wrong, but something about like the DM brain has never clicked for me. Hello, children. So here we get into the true horror of Katamari, which is all these screaming kids getting blown away. Yep, we'll need their backpacks up in space. Let me get those also. Very good. Their teacher too? Nope. Alright, they're done getting an education. That's fine. They can go. Alright, I'm gonna unlock my favorite cousin, and then I think I'm gonna call it, because it's been like 2 hours. I am exhausted, actually. This is longer than I had planned on streaming, but I think this has been good for my healing energy. Unu, du, tri, kva, clean, ses, sep, ok, nai, dek. Sure. Now we can count in Esperanto, so hey, educational stuff. Alright, he thinks it's too small, that's fine. Consistency and fun. You guys doing a normal run? Alright, very cool. I would be really happy to talk about that if you have anything that you want to brainstorm or whatever. I love talking about tabletop stuff, seriously. Again, like one of my big passions. If I can like read anything, or if you want like ideas or balance input, I'm happy to do it. Just let me know. I still owe a friend of mine some comments on their pitch, actually. He sent it over like before I got sick, actually, so that's been waiting for like a little while. Well, I think that's like almost ideal, is having like a bunch of players who are new with a new GM. Everyone can kind of figure it out together. There's some give and take involved, you know. Hopefully y'all can be like patient with each other. It'll be a learning process. It's a cool thing though. There's the adolescent king mourning his pompadour. Aww. The cutest meet cute of all time. Only played like 2 sessions. Well, hey, that's how it starts. I played like in high school. I played 1 session of Call of Cthulhu, and I tried to run one, and I played like 1 D&D session. Like none of it ever took off. I don't know. It took me a long while to like get into the swing of things, but once I did, it became one of my favorite hobbies. I've gotten to play with a few IRL groups. I've played with a few online groups. It's a lot of fun. All right, one more try at rolling up the fire, and then I'm gonna call it there. If I can find the fire to roll up. Is it this guy? No. Here we go. Camping. Fuck yeah. Alright, third time's the charm. If I can beat this, I'm officially cured of coronavirus, right? That's how this works. This is like the healing Katamari. I'm gonna roll up my whole fever and just like blast it into space. Alright. Here goes nothing. I gotta win, right? Like, if I don't win, I'm gonna stay sick forever. That's how it works. As a quasi-fictional creature, I'm subject to such things. That's the real curse of VTubing stuff, is you, wind up affected by your bit, you know? Look at all these bananas. These will burn, right? I feel like a banana wouldn't burn really well, but I've never tried. Being sick is totally not sick, it's true. Yeah, this is my last attempt, seriously. I think I do need to call it. I'm pretty beat. I really appreciate y'all dropping by, though. I wanted to do something. I missed y'all. I missed getting to do the thing. I really enjoy streaming, genuinely. It's a lot of fun, and it does make me feel better in my soul to not be absentee the entire week. Hearts. Can I do it? Can I do the thing?
Yosh.
Wait. Almost. You can see what I'm getting at, right? I'm doing my best. Someday I'll have the fancy tracking where I can do the Purikura heart thing with my fingers, but not today. Maybe I can like do that in Watado. Testing required. Thank you. I appreciate that like over Twitch I can get head pats. Definitely don't want to do that otherwise right now because I am still shedding COVID particles. But with the miracle of the germ-proof fourth wall barrier, we can do all kinds of stuff. I'm very glad that I've not been like coughing and hacking, by the way. I was worried that would start up again, but I think I've only coughed into my mic one time, so maybe I am on the mend proper. The Katamari's working, it's having effect. I knew this would be good medicine. They don't market it that way, but I've always suspected, you know? What are these? These are underwear. Great, I'll burn those also. Those can burn. Everything burns. I'll note that you can't like pick up people with the fire Katamari. I thought it'd be a little bit much. There he is. He don't go. So this is my favorite cousin. He's a walking mushroom. I like him a lot. I think one of the gifts is just a bunch of mushrooms, so I like to plant those on his head, and then that's my my sick Katamari loadout. You gotta have the fashion, you know. It's like Dark Souls. Goofy, silly, fun games help a lot. Hell yeah. With pretty much everything, I think. I'm gonna have like a somewhat long week this week, I think, because like in the wake of the COVID stuff, I'm gonna be teaching all week, so there may be a need for more goofy, silly, funny things on like Tuesday, Thursday. Have I eaten the funky mushrooms before? Well, I've got a lot of life experience, I'll put it like that. I'll note that the funny mushrooms are also legal in Washington, D.C., haha. But that I don't know anything about Twitch policy about those, so I will do research and then give you a better answer. I'll put it like that. Alright, I have COVID forever. One more. One more. I beg you. I don't want to have COVID forever. Please. I know that the fire carrying everyone's trust has gone out. Rest. No. Alright. Alas, yeah, we're coming up on 2 hours. I'm gonna... the difficulty of Katamari Damacy was just too much for me, I guess. Like, I tried to take an easy game, and... Alas. Someday I'll be a real gamer. Thank you very much for stopping by, though. This has been a lot of fun. Here, let me find somebody to raid here.
Don't worry, buddy.
I'm gonna go lie down. I appreciate it a whole lot. Hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Alright, I can't figure out this interface right now. Fuck it. I need to go lie down.
Don't worry, buddy.
Have an awesome weekend. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for your well-wishing and head pats and various cares and such. Good night. Good luck. See you Tuesday. I'll hopefully be well by then. Later.